Hey everyone, welcome to my second video, and in today's video I'm going to be picking a Mortise lock for the first time. And this lock was given to me by a local locksmith named Coco, who was nice enough to give me this door lock to practice on. So thank you, Coco. And this is just a real standard 5-pin pretty easy, kind of no-name brand type Mortise lock, which is a common door lock. It still has a cylinder in it. It's got 5 standard pins, so it should be easy enough for us to pick. But I've also got this cool vise that came in today. It's made by Bessie, and it's really handy for videos like this, where I don't want to move the camera too much. And it holds this lock in place quite nicely. Allows me to work around the camera. Cool. So I'm going to be single pin picking all 5 of these pins with just a nice little pick and wrench. So let's go ahead and start with placing my wrench in the bottom of the keyway. And this will be easy enough to give me some leverage while I go through each one of these 5 pins and lift them up just enough to get them to the shear line where I can start moving my wrench. There we go. And there we have it. Alright, let's go ahead and try this one more time here. I'm going to go ahead and use this key to kind of relock it and reset it. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this again, and this time I'm going to try to talk through what it is that I'm doing so it doesn't look like I'm just kind of fiddling around with it. So I'm going to place the tension wrench in the bottom of the keyway. This allows me to put a little bit of pressure on the cylinder while I'm pressing on these pins. So basically there's 2 pins on top of each other, and when you push them up and you're applying a little bit of pressure here, it creates a small gap between the 2 where there's a specific space, which is why on a key that you see these grooves. These grooves are exactly how high you need to push the pin to create that small gap. So basically you're trying to find the exact shear point of each pin in order to turn the entire cylinder. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of better videos than I can do explaining it, and there's all kinds of materials out there if you're interested. But I'm just going to go through each one. I'm going to go through pin 1, pin 2, pin 3. So I'm just checking each one to see which one is giving me some tension, giving me a little feedback. And you can feel when I've locked each one in place, it'll turn a little bit more. There we go. So you can kind of feel slight clicks with each pin that you lock in place. Let's just try that one more time. I'm going to try to do it more slowly. So I'm going to go through pin 1. Okay, pin 2. So a lot of the pins will just freely move up and down. So I'm searching for the one that gives me a little bit of tension that I can then kind of press up, and then I feel it click. I'm going to go to pin 2, pin 3, all the way back, pin 5. Okay, it seemed to give me a little tension there. Pin 4, pin 3, back up top. Let's try pin 2. Feels like he's giving me a little bit of tension there. Kind of a strange angle. Try to get better leverage on it. Alright, so I just felt it click, so there's just a couple more. I'm going to try in the back, pin 5, and that was it. There's a special combination that you kind of have to do by pressing each pin up, and sometimes it's the back pin that goes first, and sometimes it feels like it's a third pin. I'm not too good yet, so it's harder for me to explain exactly what I'm doing. I'm just kind of pressing around and feeling around, but yeah, it tends to work well. So let me just tighten this up a little bit. It seems to wobble around a little bit. Okay, make sure that it can still turn okay. With this lock in particular, I find that this one sometimes has a tough time turning, so sometimes I'll have it picked and I can't even turn the cylinder. So let's try doing top of the keyway with my tension tool here. So this time I'm going to place it in the top just like that, and I'm going to go pick it again. So let's try somewhere in the middle. This is probably the third or the fourth pin. This is definitely the fifth pin. Feels okay. Let's go back to the third, and the second, first pin. Okay, nothing there. Oh, just set the second pin, so you saw it move just slightly. Let's go to the third pin. Third pin's giving me a little feedback. Fourth pin and the fifth pin. So sometimes it's hard for me to know exactly which pin I'm on, but I can tell. I can have a general sense if I'm kind of near the back, or kind of near the middle or the front. Let's just try it one more time and see how quickly I can do it. Camera says it has 30 seconds to go, so I better hurry. And let's do it again. So first, kind of near the back now, near the middle. I'm up in the top. There we go. So there we go, folks. That's a Mortise lock. It's a common door lock. This is kind of an easier one of the Mortise lock brands, I guess. So there we go. My first time picking a Mortise lock, and certainly not the last time. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.